Paul Heyman recently revealed that Brock Lesnar will be competing in the 2020 Men's Royal Rumble match. The announcement of Brock entering the Men's Rumble match confused fans because they thought that Brock would be defending his WWE title in a one-on-one match at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, but instead, Brock will be in the Royal Rumble match. The reason why this is being done is because Vince McMahon wants to have a huge never-before-seen dream match at WrestleMania 36. Word is going around that Brock Lesnar will be winning the Men's Royal Rumble match, which will lead to Brock Lesnar having the option of facing either the Universal Champion Bray Wyatt or NXT Champion Adam Cole. Brock will choose to face the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, at WrestleMania 36. If Brock vs. Bray does take place, then it will be for both titles, as Brock Lesnar puts his WWE title on the line against Bray Wyatt's Universal title. Brock Lesnar is rumored to win this huge match at WrestleMania, where he will win the Blue Universal title and the Fiend Universal title as well. And Brock will become the undisputed champion, as he holds the WWE title and the Universal title at the same time. The Big Show shocked the wrestling world recently when he returned on an episode of Monday Night Raw as the tag team partner of Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens, as they took on the AOP and Seth Rollins. The Big Show had been gone for nearly 2 years due to injuries, and also filming movies and TV shows. The Big Show is currently 47 years old, but he is in the best shape of his life, which means we will be seeing the Big Show wrestle very often in 2020. The current rumored plans for the Big Show include him competing in the 2020 Men's Royal Rumble match, and then in a one-on-one match against Tyson Fury at WrestleMania 36. The Usos surprised everyone recently by returning on SmackDown and saving their cousin Roman Reigns from being embarrassed again by King Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. The Usos returned with new hairstyles and a new attitude. The Usos clearly realize that this is their last chance, because if they mess up again and get arrested, like Jimmy and Jey Uso have done in the past, then they will be fired. One of the reasons why the Usos were moved from Raw to SmackDown was so that Roman Reigns could keep an eye on them backstage and make sure they don't do anything that could get them in trouble with Vince McMahon. The plans for the Usos include them having a feud with King Corbin and Dolph Ziggler, which will allow Roman Reigns to go into a different direction and focus on a brand new feud in 2020. There have been many rumors circulating the past few weeks about Matt Hardy leaving WWE very soon, and Matt Hardy's last day in WWE has even been revealed. Matt Hardy's contract expires on March 1st, 2020, which means that Matt Hardy will not be sticking around much longer, and he will not be competing at WrestleMania 36. If Matt Hardy does not re-sign with WWE, then he will likely go to AEW and bring back the broken Matt Hardy character. If Matt ends up in AEW, then this will likely lead to his brother Jeff Hardy joining him once his WWE contract expires. But there is no word yet on when Jeff Hardy's contract expires, so Matt Hardy may have to go it alone in AEW for a few years. John Morrison returned to WWE on Friday Night SmackDown recently. Morrison was seen backstage, hanging out in The Miz's dressing room. John Morrison signed a new contract back in December 2019, and he will now be a member of the SmackDown brand. The Miz recently turned heel, and part of this heel turn will include The Miz joining forces once again with his former tag team partner, John Morrison. The Miz and John Morrison had a successful run as a tag team back in the 2000s. The current plans for The Miz and John Morrison will see the two team up and go after the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, The New Day, which will likely lead to a match for the titles at WrestleMania 36. On a recent episode of Monday Night Raw, Rey Mysterio faced off with Andrade for the US title, but Rey lost the match because he was distracted after he inadvertently ran into Zelina Vega, and what seemed to be a simple mistake will lead to a shocking twist in the Rey Mysterio and Andrade feud, according to a brand new rumor. The rumor states that Rey's son Dominic will become angry with his father. At first, Rey will not know the reasoning behind his son's anger, but then Dominic will tell his father that he is dating Zelina Vega, and it was unacceptable that Rey knocked out Zelina and possibly injured her, because Dominic is madly in love with her, and he can't believe that his very own father would do such an awful thing to the woman he loves. Even though Rey will repeatedly tell his son that it was a simple accident and he meant her no harm. And as this storyline develops, Dominic will sever all ties with his father and choose Zelina over him, as well as forming a new alliance with not only Zelina, but Andrade as well, as they try to end the career of Dominic's father, Rey Mysterio. Rumors are already beginning to circulate about the 2020 WWE Draft and the possible ramifications that could lead to huge changes on Raw and SmackDown. And one of those big changes will be the addition of NXT being able to draft SmackDown and Raw wrestlers. This will be done to try and add additional star power to NXT as they try to defeat AEW. Currently, some of the main roster wrestlers who will be drafted to NXT are Ricochet, Cedric Alexander, Cesaro, Sonya Deville, and Jeff Hardy. Some of the wrestlers who are rumored to be drafted to Monday Night Raw are Keith Lee, Rhea Ripley, Mustafa Ali, The New Day, and Braun Strowman. The wrestlers who are rumored to be drafted to SmackDown are Matt Riddle, Dakota Kai, Buddy Murphy, The OC, and R-Truth. The draft will also be presented in a brand new way due to criticism over how boring the 2019 draft was. Vince McMahon has decided to make some big changes involving a top wrestler on Raw, and that wrestler is none other than Drew McIntyre. The changes will include having Drew switch from an evil heel to a beloved face, and begin to form friendships with other faces, such as Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. And Vince wants Drew to use his witty sense of humor to win over fans. And Drew will also try to involve crowds in his matches by having a countdown prior to hitting his opponent with a Claymore kick. Liv Morgan recently revealed that she was romantically involved with Lana, but that relationship ended after Lana decided to be with Bobby Lashley instead, and Liv Morgan was hurt by Lana's decision not to be with her anymore. But now Liv Morgan will be getting revenge on Lana for breaking her heart, and she will do this by dating Lana's ex-husband, Rusev. The rumored storyline will involve Liv seducing Rusev during a segment on Monday Night Raw, and showing Lana what she is missing by not being with her. Rusev will not know that Liv is simply using him to get back at Lana, but Liv Morgan will do such a good job of faking her interest in Rusev that he will fall head over heels for her and fall in love with her. And as the soap opera style storyline continues, Lana will become increasingly jealous of Liv Morgan and Rusev and begin to think about possibly divorcing Bobby Lashley and getting back together with Liv Morgan. During a backstage segment on Monday Night Raw, Erick Rowan allowed Mojo Rawley to get a peek of what's inside the cage that he's been carrying around. And when Mojo saw what Rowan had in the cage, he was completely shocked at what he saw and had a look of fear on his face. And then during a match against a jobber, Erick Rowan forced the jobber to look inside the cage. And when he did, whatever was in there sprayed him in the face with a red liquid that seemed to hurt his face as he ran for medical help. And now fans are puzzled at what can be inside Rowan's cage. But a leaked rumor could have the answer. The rumor explains that special effects designer Tom Savini, who designed the Fiend Bray Wyatt's mask and ring attire, has created an animatronic creature for Erick Rowan. And according to backstage reports, the creature looks very lifelike, and most fans will not realize that it's actually fake and was created in a special effects studio. The creature will reportedly be controlled by a technician backstage via a wireless controller, and the animatronic creature will spray a red type of venom on Rowan's opponents that will allow him to win matches, similar to how Asuka sprays a green mist on her opponents to win matches. But with Rowan's creature, whoever is sprayed with the red venom will need to seek medical help immediately. The only question is whether fans will accept this paranormal storyline, much like they did with the Fiend Bray Wyatt's seemingly supernatural powers. What are your WWE predictions for 2020? Leave a comment and give me your predictions. And don't forget to subscribe for more wrestling news and rumor videos.